What? I gotta take this off. What is this? The one path to the heart of God. What? One path. Look at this. What is this? Oh, there's footsteps. Come on. Man, this is kind of a dark path and rocky. This is not fun. There's garbage, stone. Gotta hide a little bit. I see another footprint. Let's keep going. Vagrants probably hang out here. Knife fights go on. Another footprint. I don't know what that is. I see another one. I'll bet you people sell drugs back here, but this is a dark path. Another one. Broken glass. That'll cut you. Another one. All right. I see another footprint. Nobody sees. Come on. Look. This is the path. I'm not sure where this is leading, but we have to follow it. You have to follow it. To the heart of God. How can a path be to the heart of God? Look. Here it comes. Right here. Get the one in the grass. Grass is getting green. Let's go around this way. There's one up here. Look, there's one up here. It's getting pink. That means the colors are changing. Look at pink, red. I think we're at the heart. What is it? Oh, let me turn on the light. That's exactly right. Can you read that? F-A-I-T-H. Faith. That is the heart of God. Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it is impossible to please Him. There's 5 fingers or 5 aspects to faith. If you count it, F is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I want you to do is learn this acronym for faith, so when you go through prayer, this will help you. This will help you grow close to the heart of God. So what does F stand for? F stands for the Father focused. When times are hard, focus on the Father and His good heart. I'll give you some verses on this. Deuteronomy 32:26. That's a bad marker. 32:26. But the best one is Psalms 103:8-14. Listen to what it says. Listen closely to what it says. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in steadfast. He doesn't move. His love doesn't move. Steadfast love. He will not always chide, nor will He keep His anger forever. He does not deal with us according to our sins, nor repay us according to our iniquities. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is His steadfast love towards those who fear Him. As far as the east is from the west, can the east ever meet the west? If I keep going west, it'll still be going west. As far as the east is from the west, so far does He remove our transgressions from us, as a father shows compassion to his children. I love my kids, and I show compassion to them. So the Lord shows compassion to those who fear Him. He shows compassion to us. He remembers our frame, and He knows that we are dust. That's what we're made of, dust, so are we. That's Father focus. What's A? A is amazing. A is absolute belief. A is believing Him absolutely. What He says in His Word is true. It's not lying. Here's some verses on that. John 20:29. And Hebrews, this is incredible. Hebrews 16 to 18. Read that. It says how God cannot lie. When God tells an oath, he cannot lie. We need to have absolute belief in him. Stop believing in doctors and stop believing in opinion makers and journalists. Stop believing in your friend who has an agenda most of the time. Absolute belief means his word will stand strong. Then we go to I. I is the hardest one of all because we don't like it, but it is the one that carries us through. And what this is, and we read something and we know it is true. I don't know if I'm spelling this right. Yes, 2 M's. Immediate obedience. Do it now. Do it now. John 14:23 says, if you love me, you'll obey my commandments. And if you obey my commandments, I'll make my home in you. And my Father will make my home in you. What is the condition of God setting up camp in me? Obedience. So what I know to be true, obedience to the A. And then you have James. So this is John 14:23. And then you have James. James 1. And you go to James 1:22 to 25. It says, don't look in the Bible like it's a mirror and then you see yourself and your hair is all out of shape and you forget yourself. Do what it says and then you'll start shining like a bright star. So we have the first 3. F-A-I and then T. Trust. In trials. Ooh, that's hard. And that's what we're asking to do right now. Trust in trials. 1 Corinthians 15:58. Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain. It will work itself out. But here's the beauty. 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9 and 10. My grace is sufficient for you. That's why I glory in my weaknesses. Because I know in my suffering, in my weaknesses, his grace comes behind me and gives me the strength I need. So instead of being anxious, and usually anxiety comes from, I'm leaning on myself, I'm trying to handle it and I can't figure it out. Lean on him and say, you know what, he is my Father. He'll take care of me. I often think of it like this. I would give the world for my children. I would give the world for my wife. All the money I make, I pretty much give to them. And God's a better dad than I am. So H is the last one. And I think this one really matters to give you perspective. It's heavenly. Heavenly minded. Heavenly minded. This is, you can find this in Hebrews 12 and verses 22 to 24. Basically, he says in there, we have not come to a mountain that can be shaken. This world's shaken. It'll always be shaken, but we've come to Mount Zion, the heavenly Jerusalem that will never be shaken, to the city of the living God with thousands upon thousands of angels in joyful assembly. That's our destiny. That's our destiny. I wrote this quote. I read this yesterday, and listen close. When a man knows he's going to be hanged in a fortnight, that's in 2 weeks, it concentrates his mind wonderfully. If we're going to be hanged in 2 weeks, I start thinking. Those who live as if eternity is near live with a deep seriousness, calm yet passionate vitality, a vibrance, so always to be found, as it were, packed with your bags and ready to go. We are not packed. We are trying to live on this earth, so we're worried. I'm worried about the GDP. I'm worried about the interest rates, and I'm worried if this not being able to open for business is going to depress and have another recession. I'm worried about it, but my bags are packed, man. I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside God's door. You know what that is? Ann Rawson does. I'm leaving on a jet plane. So I don't really have any announcements, but I do have this. Faith. That is the heart. This is the heart of God. It's the heart of God. Pray through it. You have 5 fingers. God, help me to be focused on you. F-A. God, I need to believe this word, so I need to know it. I, give me the motivation to obey immediately. Do what it says. T, trust God in trials. And H, heavenly minded. That's your word for the day. Before I go, before I get out there, see ya.